Hi, Jacquelyn. What inspired you to create Wayward as your debut feature film?
Yes, I'm really interested in the life of a child. I think it's very rarely explored or depicted in a beautiful way or an intimate way, and so that was one of the reasons for my making this film.
Could you explain the significance of the title Wayward in the context of the film's narrative?
Yes, that's a very good question. We had a very hard time finding a title, and Wayward, in a way, is about going the wrong way, but the film is full of references that are things that appear to be one way and then are another. And so Wayward is about getting lost or going the wrong way, but sometimes you need to get lost to find the right way home.
Of course. How did the idea for the film's plot involving a mother-daughter road trip and a kidnapping come about?
I grew up in Colombia, and there are lots of kidnappings there. So I think it was part of my consciousness. So I wanted to tell a story, an unlikely story, that could put these characters in really high-stakes situation and force them to really finally connect with each other.
What themes or message were you trying to convey through the characters' experiences in the film?
The most important thing in life is to love and be loved and to belong.
Can you discuss your approach to blending comedy, drama, and crime elements?
Wow, thank you for saying that, because I do think my film is funny.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you for saying that. I think it's just my voice. My inner voice is both dark and funny and dangerous.
Nice. Could you elaborate on the character's development in Wayward and how the characters evolve through the story?
Yes, I mean, I think that by meeting each other, each of the characters develop enough so that they can, especially the mother and Cleo, Arlene and Cleo, due to those circumstances and meeting Orbison, they're able to then come together and have a completely different relationship.
Nice. What challenges did you face in balancing the more comedy and serious moments in the film?
Yeah, I mean, I think that those elements, I didn't quite try to balance them. They just came out very naturally as part of the scenes that we were exploring and that we were filming. So it happened very organically.
Could you shed some light on the motivation of Orbison's accomplice?
I think Orbison's initial wish was to get money, and she would try to she found out that Arlene was carrying $10,000, so she wanted that money. But then afterwards, she sees herself through this little girl, and so she doesn't really want to return her in a way because she reminds her of herself.
How did you approach capturing the American road trip experience visually?
Well, we used a handheld camera. Partly because we wanted to put the viewer in the experience.
Can you discuss your directorial decisions regarding tone in the film?
Yes, I wanted very much to use the audience's expectations against them. So rather, I knew that the audience was expecting a kind of movie, and I gave them a different one. And I constantly, every time the movie was going in a certain direction, I switched it so that it would give it more of a thriller element to it. And you were constantly wondering what was going to happen next.
Nice. Were there any particular films or directors that influenced your style while making Wayward?
Yes, I'm a big fan of French films.
Nice.
Michael Haneke, I love Amour. I love Truffaut in 400 Blows, I think is extraordinary. Of course, Claire Denis. Just her visual language is just so incredible and specific. I think that's the thing about French films that has really affected my work, how specific it is.
Nice. Can you explain the significance of the final scene in which the characters are compelled to tell the truth on the road? Between the mother and her daughter, the last scene of the movie.
Oh, the last
Yes.
scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Where Cleo and Arlene.
Yes.
I mean, I just think that at the end of this journey, they recognize that by being honest with each other, they can really be, together in a different way.
What was your intention behind this narrative choice?
To say a story that was true.
Nice. How did you approach the use of handheld camera work in cinematography to convey the emotion of the characters?
I think that by putting the camera very close behind Cleo and only seeing the things that she saw, and conversely the same with the women characters in other scenes where she was not in, we got to really be part of the experience rather than outside of it.
Were there any personal experiences or inspiration from your own life that influenced the film's story or characters?
Yes, of course. In order to tell any story, it does have to be personal. And I definitely understand what it is to be lonely as a child.
Could you talk about the experience of presenting Wayward in competition at the Deauville American Film Festival?
Yeah, it was a dream come true.
Nice.
It really was a dream come true.
What challenges and opportunities did you encounter transitioning from writing novels to directing films?
Yeah, when you're writing novels, it's only you whose opinion matters. When you're collaborating with other artists, you have to learn how to work with other people. But conversely, your work also improves because you get to collaborate with other people constantly. So it's like making this incredible pot of bouillabaisse,
Yeah. Are there any specific lessons or insight you gained during the making of Wayward that you would like to share with aspiring filmmakers?
Just go and make films. No matter what the budget is, go make them. I think you learn the most doing it, I would say. I know a lot of friends who are, still waiting for the perfect amount of money to come in so that they can make films, and I think just go do it.
And my last question, what can audience expect from your future projects, and what direction do you hope to take in your filmmaking career?
Yes, I just hope to make more films that really depict the human experience in an honest and truthful way.
Perfect. Can I take a picture?
Yes.